This is a request that's come via one of the forums, or in fact one of the Facebook groups to do with Spotlight, Vectorworks Spotlight. This is a swivel elbow clamp, and a user wants to know how to create a symbol that can be adaptable for various angles that they need it to be orientated in. So this is a group of objects that's come from a step file that I've imported into Vectorworks. If it comes in as a symbol, sometimes it does, depending on the where it's from, then I can select the object if it is a symbol and just press the and just activate the convert to group command. Once that's done, that will be a group, and this is what I have here. I'm going to go to a front view, and I'm going to rotate this around to a kind of orientation that I would normally use, which would be something like that. And I'm going to go back to a top plan view. This is just a lighting pipe, which I'm going to use in a second. So here we go. This is a group. I'm going to ungroup it, and I'm just going to put this set of objects, which is one part, into a group by pressing the Control or Command group shortcut, and similarly do the same process again for the other part that's going to swivel. So we have two groups. Each of these groups are now going to convert into a symbol. So I'm just going to go modify, create symbol. So this is a swivel elbow. I'm going to call it swivel elbow 1, and I'm just going to make sure that next mouse click is activated there and press on the origin there. I'm going to repeat the process and going to call it swivel elbow 2. Next mouse click and press OK. But I'm going to put the insertion point on the point where it's actually swivels, which is there. Press OK. Great. I'm going to select both of those and activate the create symbol again. I'm just going to call this swivel elbow. Next mouse click, but this time I'm going to go convert to group, which basically means that every time I bring this symbol instance into a file, it will be converted into a group. So I'm going to press OK, and then I'm just going to press onto this insertion point one more time and press OK. So now I have a group of objects which I can delete. If I go to the resource manager, you can see the two symbols, they will never change. And then this blue symbol, which is the group, and I'm just going to double click this, and I'm going to place this there. Now I have a swivel clamp attached to a lighting pipe, and you can see that here. If I want to have another lighting pipe going off at a 45-degree angle, for instance, I can come here. If I select that, I could use the rotate command, but this time I'm going to use the 3D dragger. I'm just going to rotate that round by 45 degrees, and it's gone round, and I can exit the group, and there it is, which essentially leaves me to add another pipe, which I can do by rotating one more time, but this time I'll just do that. Just pick the point again. There you go. Round it goes. There's a little copy of it at 45 degrees, which I will just then move into place. Best thing to do probably would be to do that, and you might want to put some locus points into your symbols as snap points. Make your life a little bit easier and make the snapping into these objects a bit more reliable. However, all of that done, you can see that now I have a clamp that sits that holds both of these pipes, just like so. Obviously, I can move things around if I like, and I can just drag both of those objects down a little if I want, and that looks a little bit more sensible. Anyway, you see what I mean. I hope that helps.